Today we're going to be working with a young colt. We're going to be putting the first ride on him, so we're going to go through the basics of that. It's all about yielding and getting the hindquarters to give. I'm going to step up in the saddle, make sure he'll bear that weight comfortably. I'll just hang off the side. Then I'll use my left leg to kind of bump his haunches around. If he's good about that, I just want him to bend his head, yield his hindquarters, everything real nice, just like we've always done. The only difference is there's a monkey hanging off the side of him. So if he's pretty comfortable with that, we're usually all right. You can go ahead and sit down on him right there. That looks pretty good. I'll just keep him going to my left and just make sure he gives those hindquarters. Make sure my hat's on tight. It kind of kills the cool factor if you lose your hat. And then just ride him off there to my left. The horses are usually handled a little bit more on the left than they are on the right. Yeah, we want a horse balance, but to be quite honest, we buckle the halter on the left or tie the knot on the left. We cinch up on the left. So those little things just give a horse a little bit more handling on the left-hand side. But I'm still going to bend him to the right, get the haunches, get the nose given. I've rigged up my rope as a McCarty here. That way I don't have to flick my rope over his head, my lead rope there. That just makes it easier for me. I'll have my fella come in here and move his hips over. Real nice and easy. That helps my leg get reinforced real easily. Fella bouncing that flag around just kind of moves his hips over, and then after a little while, all I got to do is kind of keep that horse directed. Once that horse's hips are moving pretty good and we get in a good spot, we'll go ahead and transition, and we'll just have that horse move his front end across. You'll see that here in just a second. We'll use that flag up by his outside eye to drive him around. I'll direct him with my left hand. So I'll tip his nose and keep him tipped into the inside there. And our cowboy will help me out here. There we go. And then just kind of move that front end across. So we start getting the beginning of a pivot going there before the horse has even really got a full ride under his belt. My cowboy here helps me move my horse around. I don't have to do a lot there. He comes in behind me and moves that into a trot. That looks pretty nice there. And then can roll me up into a canter. I don't have to bump on my horse too much. I might tip his nose to the inside, and that's about it. I just have a fella just driving me around. That works pretty slick. And we'll go along. My horse can just get comfortable. Then we'll switch back the other way. There we got a little transition across the front end. And we'll just roll that into a trot and then roll that trot into a canter. So nice and easy. It's really all about that horse yielding to pressure. He yields to the pressure of someone driving him from behind. He yields to the pressure of a rider directing him with his reins. He yields to my leg. Once that fella stops behind me, my colt doesn't feel the need to be driven, and I just bring him right around into a nice little one-rein stop to my left, and then roll him around to my right. Real nice and easy. It's all about the dance, getting the horse to move the hips over, getting them to yield the nose. That makes a ride much smoother, much more safe, and keeps our horses pretty comfortable to boot. So I hope those things help you and can use them.